Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today we are going to try out the changes to firefighting. And to do that, I went onto the TWL server, the Workers League, because, well, in single player it takes a long time for the fires to pop up, for some NPC to spot them and that kind of thing. Here they are a bit more readily available. So we are going to go into Guangjin now and try fighting some fire with the new fire hoses. There's also the fire extinguisher that got added, but I don't know if we have much use for it here. It's more like an item that I put on my recovery vehicles, like the wreckers and rollbacks, and if I come across a vehicle that's on fire, I can quickly put them out, but I think for the most part, fire extinguishers work the same way as fire hoses, only with without the fire truck and with very limited ammo, so to speak. And this immediately reminds me why I don't like the truck too much. It's too top heavy, it's very slow, and we have a lot of ground to cover to even get to the place. I should maybe make a feedback post about Gepha and Baiyang needing some fire stations, because neither of them has them, and that means in OG you are going to go for quite a while in order to get to any fire and put that out. I mean, Ara definitely has one. It has even two. There's one at the police station still, before they had the actual fire stations in. And then there was the whole fire station that got added for the place. But yeah, there are a lot of other areas that could use them, but don't have them. Okay, that dude is trying to turn right. I'm gonna do the same and go ahead, because that's gonna take a while with autopilot. So yeah, one of the few times I'm going on the server and making a recording here. Usually I'm on here sometimes, but I usually just play for myself. And then there's of course the entire event server, that's a whole separate thing. God, this truck is so slow. And yeah, this is really the thing that kills the job for me right now. Not being able to own the Brutus, meaning that you can only ever get it at the spots where they put it. Maybe you find an abandoned one somewhere from another player or so. But also the issue is it just doesn't drive well. It's so boring getting it to any location. So we either need to own them, which would be nice, or alternatively we could just get a second fire truck that's a bit more stable, a bit faster and everything, and then it should be alright. But yeah, this thing is just slow, and I hope nobody else is going to get to the fire first. I don't think many people are doing the firefighting job right now, so I should be alright. There, I got Anson Island beneath us. I already made a bug report about where it is, the render distance of the trees and everything. That's all a bit odd right now. But yeah, the ocean looks really nice. And if they figure out how to do the distance scaling, the LODs and everything correctly, man, this would be such a good looking game. It already is at some points, but it really depends. Stuff like the bridges up ahead having some gaps in them. All of that needs to be addressed, and then the game is going to feel a lot more complete. Like, it is pretty good right now already, but some of these visual pop-ins and all of that make it feel a lot less finished than it already is. And let's just put it in cruise control. Can't really go faster than this, and I don't feel like uh, holding the gas pedal down to that exact point all the time. We're not even above speed limit. What the hell is this? Come on. I get that using the truck, driving it somewhere is part of the job, but with the Brutus, that was never the enjoyable part. It's okay for some other stuff, like in the off-roading area, when you spawn it in network, engine storage, load it up, and then go from there. But getting it from Lido to the storage would barely be any more interesting than this right now. I mean, with that Brutus, we would be able to at least own it and therefore also upgrade it, make it a bit faster, but in the end, God, this is already dying up the hill. So yeah, to be clear, I like a lot of the stuff that they did for the firefighting job with this update. There's a lot of cool things in here. But you're never gonna hear me talk too positively about the vehicle, not if it is going like this. At the very least, this needs a tune. This needs the strongest engine, needs to be a bit lower, have the wheels out a bit further to make it more stable, and then we might be talking. Maybe a better final drive ratio to get a bit more speed out of it. I mean, we got the whole low gear stuff going on, so yeah, there's no problem getting enough torque once you get into harsh terrain. But yeah, we're gonna get there first. I'm not even sure if this could make it through the mud shortcut. I mean, with how all of that changed, that might be okay now. But I'm just not too positive about it. I'm definitely going to try a few shortcuts up the the hairpins. Somebody abandoned a trailer over there. Multiplayer in this game, by the way, since I don't usually talk about it, it's really chill. For the most part, people are just doing their own thing. Sometimes they team up to help somebody out with a particularly difficult thing or organize convoys, etc., trying to get a lot of cargo to a specific location. Especially when you got like got a new destination, like new industry and all of that, as with this update. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on and it's really chill. And I kind of like that. If you go into a server, you can, if you just want to do your own thing, that's pretty easy to do. You can get involved with other people's stuff, but you don't really have to at any point. But yeah, some of the camaraderie is also quite nice. If you see somebody who is getting stuck, just lend their hand, attach a winch and pull them out. It's really fun. Also, I think this thing should have a winch. Speaking of all of that. And we made it up. Now it's just another 4 kilometers. Slowly inching towards our destination here. And if you've ever been wondering, the reason I got an LPD tag is because I'm technically kind of a moderator on the server here. Not really a high ranking one, don't have the admin tag on this server. I mean, I'm kinda admin on the racing server, just in case. But yeah, theoretically I got like low level authority on this thing, like I can tell people, hey, please don't do that, and if they continue to do something, I can inform an administrator who can then actually do something against that. I also got the freedom to ignore most of the stuff that's happening if I'm on my own mission here, so that's nice. But yeah, it's basically low-level moderation stuff, and it confirms that I read the rules and made the application to drive a police car over here. Honestly, before I would ever get into a police car, I would have to reread the rules again. I haven't kept up with them for a while. Doesn't really matter because that's usually not what I do anyways. Okay, now finally some actual terrain to combat with. And 2 kilometers of this. And if you're wondering how slow the Brutus is, it's a common tactic to just put it on a rollback. And fight fire by piggybacking. Oh god. So from comparison, this thing is holding 6 kiloliters of water. My recent testing had me do 7 kiloliters of fuel. That's, I think, maybe a bit lighter, but it's basically the same ballpark. Fuel only weighs 0.8, while water is 1.0 density. Kilogram per liter, or in this case, ton per kiloliter. So yeah, the fuel might be a bit lighter, but it's not much. Even coming to an almost halt while holding down the gas, just fully going pedal to the metal, and the thing still stalls out on the hill. I'm beginning to think that nobody's gonna try and compete with me to get to the fire. I doubt anybody wants to do that to themselves. And yeah, half my firefighting episode is going to be just getting to the fire. But I mean, it's a driving game, so what do you expect? Careful. We are almost there, within a kilometer. I hope it's something I can reach from here. I didn't look into it too closely. I can see the marker already. There is another person there. Might be another firefighter, I don't know. Might also be just somebody trying something else. It seems to be on a hill, that's not amazing for me. I think I see some blue light, yeah, that might be another firefighter. Having that come down the mountain like that, not amazing. Yeah, that's definitely somebody else with a fire engine. Okay, let's see what's the situation over here. Yeah, I think this is where it would be really nice to have a winch on the vehicle. Okay, so he tried to get up there. And with how stupidly slow the machine is, it's just not gonna be able to do anything with speed here. So can't just even use momentum to get up anywhere. I'm gonna try and see if there's another way up on the other end. Yeah, nothing here looks promising. I don't think it's gonna get better towards that direction, since the terrain is getting higher. So yeah, spent 15 minutes or something to get here, and now basically can't do anything because, well, the vehicle is too shit to get up the hill. Congratulations. I mean, maybe up here if I'm going with L lock. Maybe in reverse even. I'm sorry, but the Brutus is so fucked as a vehicle. And now it also rains, so yeah, good luck with anything here. I don't even know what to say about it. It's mostly curses about the vehicle at this point. The rain doesn't help at all. It might extinguish some of fire, but yeah. And that's me going down the cliff. Nice. So I think the title for this video is going to be "The Brutus Absolutely Sucks as a Fire Engine." Can't be surprised that the job didn't get better reception due to it. I need to actually downshift. Okay, once more without rain at least. Maybe in reverse. The trick about this is only engaging the low gear set when absolutely necessary. Come on. Gonna try it like this. I don't think this is working. I think this is way too far. But yeah, this is the hose. Yeah, why can't I get back into the truck? Oh, that's another not fire truck actually, so that's good. That might be able to get us up here. Oh. You know what? I might have to teleport elsewhere and come back here with a Brutus. Where is it? Carnapper. So yeah, that might get it up there, but on its own, the fire engine is just garbage. Doesn't perform at all. So a lot of stuff going on over here that I'm not going to get involved in. I'm just trying to make my way back to that location. That person over there might also need some help looking at the Colima parked right there, but yeah. I got my own issues, and I don't know what's gonna happen when I'm even getting back to the other place, because there was at least one other person trying to do stuff, and yeah. We'll see. Okay, I'm just trying to focus on the whole thing, trying to be a bit quick about it, getting back to the location. It's kind of a trip, and I'm almost falling off a cliff here. That can be helped. Multiplayer lag. Go away, symbol. So some of the inputs are a bit laggy on multiplayer, especially when server FPS are low. And yeah, since we have like 50 something people on here right now, server FPS is around 12. So yeah, some of the stuff like what you just saw, it gets a bit laggy. It doesn't remove the winch hook symbol from my hand, and therefore I need to wait until that happens, because otherwise the hook is going to attach to whatever I'm looking at in the moment. Ah, fuck it. Got a bit distracted by the low fuel warning. Usually I try to keep my vehicle stocked up before storing them away, but sometimes I forget about it, or it's just in a weird place where I can't get any refueling done. So yeah, this isn't really going how I wanted it to. I was hoping for maybe a few more options regarding fires, and only two were very far away on Oldley Island. But yeah, we are at least slowly getting back to the actual fire. Which I hope is still there. I hope they didn't despawn my fire truck or something. Should have maybe said something about it, but I was kind of trying to figure out how to approach this stupid situation there. Yeah, lots of people hauling all kinds of stuff over to the coal mine. That's just the big new activity right now, besides all the oversized deliveries and all of that. Yeah, that's also kind of a thing with this game. There are a lot of activities that are really they require low attention, I would say. You can usually do a lot with autopilot on stuff like on-road deliveries, that kind of thing. So that's kind of nice. There's also the more involved activities that are usually the things that I like to take care of. So it's a mix of stuff, and yeah, I get that for people who want the more almost idle game things don't really engage with the off-road stuff that much. But then on the other hand, for somebody like me, this is kinda annoying. Or more like the other stuff is a bit boring sometimes. So the thing that irritates me a bit, I'm only seeing one fire truck right now. Don't know where the other went. But yeah, getting up here like this should now be very easy, and then I can also easily get somebody else. See, and that's what happens when you got a front winch. Now let's get this one really stiffened up. Don't want to have too much slack in the cable. Ah, the one is down there. I kind of thought it would be. Might just need to... get it from here. I'm not holding anything anymore. Freaking lag. And now I should be able to pull him up. Got a third one coming in, that's nice. Ah, fucking hell. I can't even do anything about this anymore. Need to maybe give it a bit more distance. So we are going to do the same thing again, but with a bit more space between the vehicles, and then hopefully it's going to work. I think he's not on his wheels anymore. I picked out the best location, of course. Okay, here we go. And then I'm gonna have to quickly disconnect the cable before physics gets any funny ideas again. Okay, that's one up. I'm just gonna steal the fire hose from one of these trucks, I don't care. Definitely earned that. Honestly, this should count as an escort job. Ah, that's an empty truck now. But you know what? I might just use it. Third one's just gonna be somewhere down there. I don't even know. Oh, somebody reset it to the road. Oh, not even the turning radius is great on this thing. Somebody else made it up there. Might be with a fire extinguisher. And now he's taking that one from me. Great. Doesn't really matter too much. Oh, for fuck's sake, can't this stupid thing turn a bit better? Trying to get up that hill. Almost, but yeah, I don't think I'm getting any closer unless somebody pushes me. Come on, just a little push. He's trying to get next to me, damn it. Yeah, come on, another one. Dang it. I guess we're gonna finish this fire one way or another. It's just gonna be slow and painful. I should have gone for the other one down by Ara and teleported over there and gone from there. Dang it. And this is the whole lag thing again. Stop that and let me get the controller. Just like a mountain goat or something. Am I stuck on the terrain a bit? Maybe it doesn't matter too much. Oh. And that was a disconnect. Great. Let's see where I log back in. I hope I'm in the same location, otherwise we might have a little problem here. On one hand, I'm considering to just stop the whole thing. Just stop the recording here, because I really didn't do what I set out to do. On the other hand, this adventure is kinda cool on its own. But yeah, it seems like connection lost, and maybe they got another update or something out. I mean, it's Sunday. Usually the devs shouldn't be working on this day, but sometimes they do. Okay, I think I'm just gonna cut it here. We are going to maybe have another episode trying to find a regular fire and fight that, and... Huh? Never mind. A login has been attempted. Okay, seems like everybody got disconnected here. I'm afraid the fire task might be lost. I'm also kinda stuck, can't even leave the vehicle. So it seems like the entire server just had a bit of a hiccup. Yeah, I can't get out of my vehicle. Doesn't work. Yeah, I'm stuck here. Maybe it was a regularly scheduled server restart. I didn't see anything. Might have missed a message in the chat or something, but yeah, so the fire is still there. The fire engines, however, seem to be gone. I'm getting logged out again, and with that, you know what? Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time. That didn't really work how I wanted it to, but whatever. Until next time, bye bye.